Hi, I'm Neil from Tape to Tape, and I'm here today with local runner, a damn good runner, Ryan Page, who's the founder of Prep by Page. For us, it's really important that you keep motivated when you're on your running journey, and Ryan's going to give us his top 5 tips for you to keep motivated as you're going about your running. Ryan, what's the first tip?
Tip number one, share the journey with a friend or a social group. Working together is going to keep you motivated when the going gets tough. So if you can share the journey that you're on with somebody or a group, it's going to make it so much easier.
Tip number 2, please, Ryan.
Tip number 2, so preparing your kit, whether you're going to be running early in the morning or later on in the evening after work, if you've got your kit out ready for when you get home or when you wake up, it's just going to make it more easy to actually get out the door and start training.
Do you know, that's absolutely spot on. Whether I'm running, swimming or whatever I'm doing, I find if everything's just there for me, all I need to do in the morning is open my eyes, get dressed and out the door. And for me, once you're out the door, you're there, aren't
That's
you?
the most important thing, getting out the door, yeah.
Ryan, tip number 3.
Tip number 3, so following a structured training plan. As a coaching service provider, I think it's the best way to achieve your goals and make you more likely to complete them is having a bit of direction. It keeps you accountable on the way.
Okay. Something that I've had, so I've had many plans that I've followed, tried to follow over the years, and on occasions life's got in the way, work, tiredness, illness. What's your advice if you can't follow it 100%?
Best advice is, you hit the nail on the head, sometimes life does get in the way. If we can minimize those days where we may not follow the training program, but we make it up along the way, that's the best way to do it. But don't beat yourself up too much about having to stick to it and really do it, because as you said, sometimes we just can't do it for whatever circumstances. So
Okay. Tip number 4 for motivation, Ryan.
monitoring your own progress. There's so many sources now where you can track your own progress through Strava app, or even just keeping a diary of what you're doing on a pen and paper. But seeing that in person definitely helps, and then also seeing the physical benefits along the way, that's a good way to monitor the progress.
Something I always used to make a note of was how I feel.
Absolutely.
How I feel during the course of a run and how I feel afterwards. Now, chances are I'll be absolutely shattered afterwards, but the benefits you get in the hours and days afterwards as well, that for me is very important.
I think, when you are during an activity, along the way you are going to feel better, which is then going to give you that green light. Actually, I'm, following the right path here, I'm improving. But then also afterwards, as you said, you tend to find you recover a lot quicker once you've, put X amount of weeks together. So monitoring progress is a really big one for me.
Thank you, Ryan. And finally, Ryan, tip number 5. Now for me, on the personal journey I've been through over many, many years, this is absolutely the most important.
Yeah, I'd agree. So number 5 is the actual health benefits you get from running. Not only looking at the physical improvements you get from it, but also looking at the mental side. I think nobody knows what people are going through in their lives. So, having that kind of escape from, let's say, work and other life distractions is absolutely huge. So maybe just getting out for a 10-minute run or a 10-minute walk is proven to really help your mental health.
And for me personally, I'm happy to share this. I've been running now for 40 plus years, and on many, many occasions during that time, I've used running to keep me going, both physically and mentally. You can't beat it.
No.
It's kept me going for many years. So for me, even though it's tip number 5, that for me is the top tip.
Absolutely.
Ryan, I'd just like to thank you ever so much for coming for a chat with us today. Motivation is so important with people's running. You put a lot of time and effort into your training, you've got a lot of experience, and we're really pleased that you've shared that with everybody today. What I'd say to you, if you want to pop onto the Prep by Page Instagram page, you'll find lots of motivational photographs and tips in there. So please pop on there. And Ryan, thank you very much.
Thank you.